Good morning, year ones. I hope you are all well. Welcome to Thursday's literacy lesson. Let's start off then with our spelling practice. So we've been practicing spelling the days of the week this week. We're going to move on to our final 3 days. We've got Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So we're going to practice in the same way we've been doing the last few days using our pyramid writing. So taking there we go, taking them away, there we go, you can see them. So we are building up our word from one letter all the way to the bottom where you have the final word, okay? So have a quick look at how I have done that, then I'm going to cover them up and you're going to have a go at practicing your spellings using the pyramid method. So writing Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So if you could pause the video now and have a go at your pyramid writing. So this week, year ones, we've been writing a non-chronological report, haven't we? All about Grace Darling. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to our next subheading today, which is why is Grace Darling famous? So I'm going to be using all of the facts that I gathered earlier in the week to write my next section, my next paragraph, and you will be doing the same. So again, let me just run through the success criteria, remembering we're trying to include all of these things in our writing, so capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, question marks if we're using a question sentence, heading and subheadings to organise our information, label, diagram and caption, which we'll be doing tomorrow, and then gold and platinum this week are to include conjunctions, so gold is and platinum is but. So we have on the screen here, we have our first two subheadings. We've got who was Grace Darling and where did Grace Darling live? Okay, so we have worked really hard so far this week on writing our non-chronological report, and today we're going to be writing the final section, our final paragraph, and our final paragraph is all about why Grace Darling is famous. So I've got my facts on the board here. I'm going to read those facts through. I've got 7th of September 1838, boat crashed into rocks. Grace and her dad rowed out in their boat to help, rescued 9 people, a heroine, 1 silver medal. Okay, so those are my facts which I'm going to try and include in my writing today. Now, what do I need to start off by having, year ones? What do I need to do? First of all, what do I need to remember? What is that feature I include before I start writing? That's right, a subheading. So I'm going to write my subheading. So my subheading, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than the rest of the text so you can see. Why is Grace Darling famous? Now, what do I need to include at the end? Is it a full stop or a question mark? It's a question mark, all right, because it is a question. Why is Grace Darling famous? And I am going to underline my subheading, as I have been with all of the others. So this is the part of our non-chronological report where we explain why Grace Darling has become a significant figure in history. Okay, so she did something fantastic in the past, and that is why she is famous, and that's all to do with the storm that happened on the 7th of September 1838. So I'm going to explain what happened on that day. So at the moment I've just got notes, 7th September 1838, boat crashed into rocks. Okay, it's in note form. I can't just copy that. I need to turn it into a sentence. So I'm going to start off with on the 7th of September 1838. So I'm going to start on. Okay, I'm going to turn this so it's not underlined. On the 7th of September 1838. What can I write now? On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm. Okay, so on the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm. Full stop. A boat crashed into the rocks. So I'm explaining what happened on that day. Now, on the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm. A boat crashed into the rocks. Now these two sentences are quite closely linked together. Can I do something different? Rather than having two separate sentences, could I include something? What could I do? That's right, you ones. I could join them together, couldn't I? Could join them together with a conjunction, a joining word. So on the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm, but a boat crashed into the rocks. If I use but, I don't think that quite makes sense, does it? On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm, but a boat crashed into the rocks. No, that doesn't make sense. Let me try and. On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Okay, that joining word works nicely. So when I am going to join these two sentences together, I need to get rid of a few things. I need to get rid of my full stop, first of all, okay, because I'm not having two separate sentences, I'm having one, okay? So I'm going to replace my full stop with an and. On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Now, can you spot something else that I haven't got rid of yet, but I need to? That's right. This is no longer the start of a new sentence, so I need to put it as a little a. Okay. On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Okay, I'm going to just move this up slightly because I'm worried we're not going to, oh gosh, have enough space. So it's not working for Miss Norman. Let's try again. Sorry, year ones. Here we go. Brilliant. Why is Grace Darling famous? On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Okay, so I have included that fact there. Now I want to explain that Grace and her father rowed out on their boat to help. Okay, now again, I'm going to start off with my sentence. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat to help. So Grace, Grace and her father rowed out in their boat. I can see I've also got rescued 9 people, so I might join those two ideas together. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat and rescued 9 people. So I'm going to join those two pieces of information together. I'm going to use my conjunction and again. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat and rescued 9 people. Wow, what brave person Grace and her father was. Okay. Now, we know that because Grace was so brave, she was known as a heroine, okay? So you may have heard the term hero, okay? That's used to describe a male, a man, but a heroine is to describe a female, a lady, a woman, okay? So she was known as a heroine. So I want to include that. Again, because she was a heroine, she won a silver medal. So I'm going to see if I can join those two ideas together. So my sentence is going to be, Grace was a heroine and she was given a silver medal. She was given, she was awarded. I'm going to use that word. So Grace was a heroine and she was awarded a silver medal. Okay. Grace was a heroine and was awarded a silver medal. Now, why was she given a silver medal? What word do we use to describe Grace quite often, beginning with a B? She was brave. Okay, so Grace was a heroine and was awarded a silver medal for her, for being brave. For being, I think that makes sense. Oh, Miss Norman's very good at typing the letters today. For being brave. Okay, I think I finished, so let's have a read. On the 7th of September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat and rescued 9 people. Grace was a heroine and was awarded a silver medal for being brave. I've spotted a mistake. Can you spot the mistake I've made? That's right, I forgot my punctuation. Now I need to put my punctuation in. Have I included the right punctuation? When do we use a question mark? We use a question mark at the end of a question sentence. Have I included a question there? No, so I just need a full stop. Okay, on the 7th September 1838, there was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat and rescued 9 people. Wow. Grace was a heroine and was awarded a silver medal for being brave. Okay, I'm really pleased with my writing. I'm going to go through with my green pen and I'm going to check that I have included what I need to. So let's start off here. I have included a subheading, haven't I, year ones? Oh, Miss Norman, that was not very good, was it? Let me use the highlighter tool instead. Hopefully that will be easier. Why is Grace Darling famous? I have got my subheading. Fantastic. I'm going to give myself a tick. Okay, now my subheading has been written as a question. So did I include my question mark? Oh, yes, I did. Fantastic. Okay, let's go through the information now then. Capital letter on the 7th of September. Now, I've included a capital letter here. Did I do the right thing there, year ones? Yes, it's the name of a month, okay, special name for a month. So I needed a capital letter on the 7th of September 1838. There was a storm and a boat crashed into the rocks. Full stop. Grace, capital letter because it's at the beginning of a sentence and it's a name. Grace and her father rowed out in their boat and, okay, rescued 9 people. Fantastic, full stop. Grace, again, I've used capital letter, was a heroine and was awarded, okay, a silver medal for being brave. Fantastic. And I use my and to join those two sentences together again. Brilliant. So I can put that I've done capital letters. I've used my finger spaces, used full stops. I've used and today. Brilliant. Okay, year ones, it's now your turn. So you are going to write the next section of your non-chronological report under the subheading, Why is Grace Darling famous? Now you have your facts that you collected on Monday to use to help you, okay? But you also have mine on the board if you need them, okay? The success criteria is there to prompt you, to help you make your writing as super as it can be. Now, I did forget to mention yesterday, but I did see lots of you doing this. You don't need to start a new page. You can just carry on your writing under each under the yesterday's work. So yesterday I finished off here and then I carried on writing in underneath today. You might want to write the date next to in the margin next to the writing you do today, just to show what day you did that. But I did see that yesterday, but I do apologise, I forgot to explain that part. Okay, so that's everything you need to help you with your writing. I hope you enjoy writing the last part of your non-chronological report. I look forward to seeing what you write. Good luck, year ones.